Some great news to be waking up to this morning. We do want to welcome you in. Good morning, and thank you for watching Sunrise, streaming right now on KARE 11 Plus. I'm Alicia Lewis. We're going to get to that story and the brand new details in just a minute. But first, we're also preparing for some dangerous cold temperatures across the state. So let's go to John in the backyard. Tomorrow, you don't want to be outside.
No, I'm not going out. Well, that's not true. I'll probably be outside a little bit tomorrow doing my job. Outside of that, no. Make sure you guys are not preparing a bunch of festivities out there. It's going to be cold. I mean, it could be the coldest day, and if it works out, which maybe we don't want it to, but 6 years. I went back to 2019. Now, it was colder back in 2019, and I expect that. But still, I mean, it's going to be up there, at least past 5 years here. Extreme cold warning is in effect 5 p.m. Thursday, today, to 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is because the wind is expected to be strong tonight. I think tonight, 10, 11, midnight, that could actually be the worst, because that wind is going to be persistent. Now, Saturday, the wind lightens up. So Saturday is manageable. I'm not saying it's warm, but it's a little bit better. Current temps 3 in Cambridge, 7. It's cold, but not bad. Minus 16 in Bemidji. Now, in Bemidji, that's pretty common, right? But it shows you the cold air is sitting just off to the north. We've got this KARE 11 weather impact for the bitter cold air starting tonight at 5 p.m. And we're going to wrap this up Sunday morning. Once we get to Sunday afternoon, we could actually get above 0 or around 0 for a wind chill. It's not warm, but it's getting better by Sunday afternoon. Cece, how do the roads look out there?
Good morning, 6:02. The good news is we're not seeing as many crashes as we saw this time yesterday. I actually haven't seen a single crash all morning, which is great. But we are still seeing some icy roads, some slick roads out there in some parts of the Twin Cities metro. So this is another morning similar to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, where you will need to slow down and add some extra time. If we take a look here at the traffic flow, a map here, the road conditions aren't really impacting traffic flow right now, which is really good. You may notice some slowing in White Bear Lake or Hugo area, but again, things are pretty quiet right now. I'll let you know if that changes.
Cece, thank you. Let's get back to that breaking news out of Sherburne County. Right now, a 7-year-old girl is home safe and a suspect is in custody following an hours-long search out of Zimmerman. Now, the BCA posted this on X at around 1:30 this morning, canceling the Amber Alert nearly 10 hours after a girl was last seen just getting off the bus. Hundreds of people were out searching late last night on foot and by car. We're still waiting for more information from the Sherburne County Sheriff's Office about what happened, including who she was with or where she was found. We, of course, will update you as soon as we learn more. Well, as John mentioned earlier, brutal cold is coming to our state late tonight, and it's going to stick around for the weekend. By this time tomorrow morning, wind chills could get down to the -50s in certain parts of the state. Our Audrey Russo's live in Minneapolis with what you need to know to prepare. Good morning, Audrey.
Good morning, Alicia. Yeah, the National Weather Service says when the wind chills get down that low, frostbite can set in within 10 minutes or less. And you think about what you can do in 10 minutes, take your dog for a walk, maybe shovel your sidewalk, your driveway, wait for the bus stop with your kids. And I know a lot of parents are going to be focused on that last one. As it turns out, though, only a couple of districts have made the decision to close school either today or tomorrow. Take a look at this. This is a live look at KARE11.com/closings. You can see there's a handful closed, but there's no statewide law mandating that schools shut down due to the weather. Districts typically look for wind chills around -35 to -40 degrees. We are going to be getting in that range. Now, the governor also has the power to order public schools to shut down. The last time that happened was on January 6, 2014, and that is when the temperatures reached -50 wind chill. Back to you.
Audrey, thank you so much. I remember we used to have to wait until it scrolled at the bottom of the screen, but the convenience of knowing your school's closed or not, you can go to KARE11.com/closings. You can also get updates from our weather team anytime on your phone or TV. Scan this QR code you see right next to my head. Download our apps and you can watch for free. All right, let's get to some new video overnight of a protest on the U of M's campus. Hundreds of students protesting ICE agents staying at the Graduate Hotel. The crowd was broken up just before midnight. Now, the unrest across Minnesota continuing 2 weeks after Renee Good was shot and killed by an ICE agent. And just hours before Vice President J.D. Vance will be in Minneapolis to meet with agents. It comes as a judge is ruling in favor of their tactics. Let's get to Megan McPherson with more. Hey, Megan.
Good morning. We learned an appeals court suspended a judge's ruling restricting immigration officers' aggressive tactics here in Minnesota. And not long after this decision dropped yesterday, new video was released in Uptown. You're seeing that video here showing Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino deploying chemical irritant at protesters who were walking alongside a convoy of ICE vehicles. Now, the ruling that was just frozen barred officers from using tear gas or pepper spray against peaceful protesters. Attorney General Pam Bondi praised the appeals court on X, saying the Justice Department, quote, will protect federal law enforcement agents from criminals in the streets and activist judges in the courtroom. Earlier this week, Bovino defended his officers' actions and said ICE operations are, quote, legal, ethical, and moral. And the Department of Homeland Security is responding to what happened yesterday, writing on X that the agents were stalked and harassed by the crowd as they tried to take bathroom breaks, followed from gas station to gas station as well. They said to safely clear the area, agents had to use crowd control measures to disperse them. Also of note, a federal judge has questioned federal agents' de-escalation tactics in the past and accused Bovino of lying before under oath when he talked about DHS operations in Chicago. Sarah Ellis, a U.S. district judge, wrote the court specifically finds his testimony not credible.
Megan, thank you. Well, this morning, many St. Paul Public School students are staying home as classes move online over ICE enforcement concerns. The district tells us only 80% of students will be coming back in person, while nearly a fifth of the district opted for their emergency remote learning option.
Our priority is to make sure families have the option that they need, and we've been hearing from families that feeling safe is really important, and moving around the city doesn't feel safe for some families right now.
And right now, nearly 6,000 iPads are being distributed to students for remote learning. District officials say students in grades 6 through 12 will keep their current teachers, while K through 5 are a case-by-case basis. Other news headlines. In just a few hours, healthcare workers are going to find out whether they're a step closer to a strike. Members of SEIU Healthcare Minnesota and Iowa are set to announce the results of a strike authorization vote at 9:30 this morning. Nearly 2,000 workers voted yesterday at locations across the state. They say they haven't seen any pay raises, even as healthcare costs continue to climb. 6:07 here on your Thursday. Beautiful shot. Take a look at the screen. You don't have to go outside because we're outside for you. This is Rice Park. To kick off the St. Paul Winter Carnival, organizers tell us everything but the ice bar is a go for this weekend. Despite the cold temperatures, kickoff is tonight at 6 p.m. Big old ceremony they do there. Friday night's royal family coronation, though, is scheduled indoors. A different story for the U.S. Pond Hockey Championship. Organizers tell us that tonight's player welcome party and all of Friday's games on Nokomis are canceled. Games scheduled for Saturday, though, are still on, as well as Sunday. They say player and staff safety is their top priority.
When you're talking about minus 40 wind chills, consistently and sustained, being outside for any extended period of time really becomes dangerous, and we certainly don't want people at the event to be in a situation like that.
We also heard from Hockey Day Minnesota, who says their games are still on, including the AHL game with the Iowa Wild tomorrow night. And I feel like lately, for the last few